look dead ahead to see what's coming on next week's episode of The Walking Dead. Today we're talking about Season 5, Episode 10, called Them. What did you guys think of the promos? There have been quite a few promos. I'm deciding kind of as we go whether or not to watch the other countries' promos. Those of you who have watched my videos before, you know I like to avoid official spoilers, so sometimes I tend to avoid the New Zealand promos since they seem to reveal a little bit more than what we see here in America. That being said, I did look at all of the promos for this next week's episode because I'm super curious about what's going on with our group. To start out, I want to talk about the wolves. This has been kind of a wide theory that's being spread around really fast, and I mentioned it in my last review video for episode 9 about a new potential group that our group may see in the future. I don't believe they're going to see the people that I think are called the wolves in the next episode, or really in the new future at all, but probably before the end of season 5 here. To start out, a little bit about my theory. When watching the previous episode, episode 9, I was kind of putting 2 and 2 together here, trying to figure out what's going on. We saw the walker torsos from Shirewell in the truck, in the back of the truck, just outside the wall where Rick and Co parked their car, truck, van. What were they driving again? Was it a van? I feel like it was a van or an SUV or something. Anyways, doesn't matter. The walker heads had a W carved into their forehead, and inside Shirewell, on one of the low walls, on some kind of wall there, it said "Wolves Not Far." Now then, when we watch the promos for episode 10 here, we see a pack of what, when you're watching it at full speed, looks to be wolves. So it seems like it's getting a little confusing here. But I was able to slow down the video and pause it at a particular point, and I firmly believe that these are not wolves, that these are dogs. How do I know? I'm gonna try and put a screenshot in this video just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. For those of you who don't know, I work with dogs for a living, so I'm very good at dog breeds. And in pausing the video, there's clearly a black and white dog, and it's very clear pattern of fur on the dog that tells me that, and its face, that it is a collie mix. For those of you who don't know what that is, like a border collie, but a mix, so it doesn't quite look like Lassie or anything like that. But it's a border collie mix, black and white. It does not look like a wolf at all. The wolf's fur just doesn't look like that. Behind it, coming out of the bushes, is a Doberman, which we see in the New Zealand promo. We see the actual close-up shot of the Doberman facing down Rick's group. And I believe just from the shape and size and kind of, you can't really see the features, but the outline of the dog, I believe there is a German Shepherd as well, and possibly a 4th dog. But there are at least 3 dogs, and they somehow come into contact with Rick's group, because in the New Zealand promo we see, which I'm going to try and put in a screenshot here, hopefully it worked when you're watching this video, but you can see that this Doberman is looking at Rick's group, and then you can also see Rick's group looking at the Doberman. You just kind of see its face a little bit, or the shape of its head. So somehow our group comes into contact with this pack of dogs, and I believe that they're former family-owned dogs, former house dogs that have just somehow managed to survive without having a family, and probably gone back to their basic instincts of survival and that pack mentality that we see often in a group of stray dogs when they are together. So I really think, I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe they'll attack the group, maybe they won't. It looks like Rick's group is startled by it, but all in all, I can firmly say that these are not wolves that our group is running into. So I believe that this wolf term that we're using, terminology here, actually belongs to some other group out here that is not good. They're bad. If you guys watch The Talking Dead, you would know that Nicotero confirmed that Shirewell was attacked by a group of not that great people. He didn't say anything about wolves or anything like that, but he did confirm that Shirewell was attacked by a group of bad guys. And there is this interesting aspect of the truck and the walker torsos and what were they going to do with them. Obviously they were interrupted in whatever they were doing. Something happened where they ran off or they were killed, or we don't know, but they ended up leaving these walker bodies here, and we don't know why. We don't know why there's a W carved in them. No idea. So I welcome your theories. Let me know what you guys think. Moving along, in the promos we see that the group is, they no longer have a car, so they probably ran out of gas. They're on the road. They seem hot, dehydrated, just at the lowest of low places to be. They don't seem like they have any water, any food. I mean, they have nothing. Once again, our group has lost everything, and including some of their own people. So they're really going through a lot right now. And we see Maggie make a comment, how much farther do we got? And Sasha says about 60 miles, and she says, that's not what I meant. And I think what she means is, how much longer can we live like this? How much longer can we keep going like this with no food, no water? How much longer can we be on the road? And I think the title of this show, you know, or not the show, excuse me, this episode, it's them. So I was trying to figure out, well, what are they talking about? What group? Are they talking about the dogs? Are they talking about this new threat, which I don't think we're gonna see this new threat at all. Them as in the walkers, are they becoming like the walkers? Because, you know, you see them moving along with all of these walkers trailing behind them. They're making no effort to kill them. They're just letting them follow. You know, they're keeping far enough ahead where the walkers aren't getting to them, but they're just walking just like the dead. Or are we going to see a glimpse of the new group from Alexandria, the good guys? I don't know. I don't really think that we will, but I'm interested to see what does them mean. Maybe they're at such a low point that they feel that there's, you know, they are the Walking Dead. There's no difference between them and us. Who knows? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. We're going to see the barn scene. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see this big storm that we have coming, and I'm pretty sure this is where they come into contact with all of the walkers, the big herd, hopefully. So we see, it looks like they take shelter in a barn. It's nighttime, there's stormy weather, it looks like there's lightning, and we see the group, you know, holding the door shut as if they are being, you know, as if a huge force is bearing down on the door, and it's taking the entire group to hold the door shut and to keep whatever's out there out. I'm assuming it's walkers. I can't imagine anybody else would be trying to get in there, you know, like that. I like I said, I really don't think that we're going to see any new bad guys right now. I think it's just they're going to be facing down this walker herd in the middle of the night and during a storm. And there's a moment in the, I think it's the New Zealand promo. Again, I'm going to try and put in a screenshot here, but if I don't put in screenshots, if I'm not able to, I'll put the links to The Walking Dead and More 2 channel, and that channel posts every single promo for every episodes, for every country, so you can see them all in a row. But I believe it's in the New Zealand promo. There's a moment where Rick is holding the door shut and Daryl's right next to him, and Rick gives Daryl this look, and they look at each other, and Rick's face says it all. They are not going to be able to keep whatever's outside out, and they need to come up with another plan. And you can just see it, and I love that moment. These actors are so amazing, where you see Rick look at Daryl, and they don't even have to say anything to each other. Daryl knows exactly what Rick's thinking. You know, they know what needs to happen here, and they're not going to be able to keep these walkers out of the barn. They need some kind of plan here, and they need to think fast, because they're getting in here right away. So my friend Tim told me, you know, we saw in some of the original promos Glenn, where he looks like he's in a cornfield, and we see him, you know, shoot his gun. And I didn't really put two and two together, but we know that somehow the group escapes the barn, and they're in that car, and it looks like it's just Michonne and Rick and Glenn there. So I'm thinking Glenn provides, well, I'm not thinking, Tim told me this, but it makes a lot of sense, that Glenn runs off behind the barn and provides some sort of distraction so that the rest of the group can escape. So that's my predictions for this upcoming episode, episode 10. What do you guys think about this? I'm really excited to see this episode, if not more excited than I was to see episode 9. I can't wait. I know I keep saying I'm excited. I'm always excited to watch The Walking Dead, but to see everything new that they come up with, they're always surprising us. And every time you think you've seen it all, you haven't. You know, every time you think you know what to expect, something unexpected happens. And that's what I absolutely love about this show, is they always keep us on our toes. And this is going to be the first real episode where we see a real storm. And how terrifying is it to be in the dark in a storm with tons and tons of walkers bearing down on you, and you can't see anything. I mean, it's just gonna be amazing. Okay, that's it. This is really long. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you next week with my live reaction for episode 10. Thanks. Have a great day.